Hello, Bob, Vintage Lambo. Let's continue on with the upright. We've already gone through and we've gone ahead and made the bronze for these. And now we need to redo where the pin is located on this particular one because of the damage. So we're going to be putting a pin 180 degrees off on here, but we're going to be putting in a better pin. So we'll get into that. And so I'll just start the video. Just getting into cutting steel. Now this is just a little 10-inch lathe, so it takes a little while. Okay, so I've got this machined. I wanted to get it pretty precise since it's going into the brand new Teflon cylindrical bushing. So I spent a little extra time and trying to get it polished up good. All right, I'm getting pretty close. I've got that center section all polished up. Should be just fine when it goes into the cylindrical bushing. One last machining operation. I want to cut this so that in the near future, pressing the dowel pins in, that I have some relief here so that when it's flipped up and there's a pin already in it, that I won't have any interference. Finished my relief in there, and now I'm going to switch it to collet, flip this around and face it off. All right, quick face off. So now I'm going to drill a hole and then bore it and work on the other piece right after this. Switching back to the steel, which is going to be my drill guide. The aluminum is to stabilize the upright when I have it in the vise in the mill. So I need to finish this piece off on this side, and then I have to put in a drill guide into this. Finishing up on the lathe, now I need to get onto the mill and put in my small hole that's going to be a guide. Okay, I think I've finished the drill guide. Now I need to do a big setup. All right, now I had this ledge right here. This is to center everything. Now that I have this hole, I really don't need this anymore. It might interfere with the operation, so I might just machine that off. So at this stage, I've got things pretty much set up that I can put this tooling together and then go ahead and put in these holes so that I can go ahead and put these little guys, dowel pins, in place. And hopefully this is the last time it ever has to ever occur again, because you can see, you know, this one, the pin kind of wobble folded over. On this side the pin actually snapped. So what I like to do is, you know, of course it's 60 years, so you know, you can really look at these cars and say, well, you know, what can we do to try and keep this from happening again and all that good stuff. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put in a longer pin, and I'm going to put in a slightly larger diameter, just slightly larger. This has a couple of benefits. One is that when I have a unit here that I was able to get them out because they're a bit loose, I can bore this out and deeper and use the same hole. Okay, not a big deal, but hey, why not? So that's one of the aspects, and it's not critical at all, but it's just something that I think I can do that. All right, so in making the tooling, I need to make sure that I put this baby in the right spot. So I machine this up. You've probably already seen it. And so this is going to go right on here. And I'll probably go just 180 difference on this thing. And then on the other side, I have another piece. And I have a relief in here because when I put one of them in and I flip it, I need some space in here so I don't get anything jammed up. So that goes there. I'm going to put this just modified bolt. No big deal. It's not too critical. And then also I just machine this up, just a square block. It's not a big deal. Put that in there, and then I can go ahead and I can, put a nut on here, tighten her all up. Then I can place this into my mill so it has a good grip. I'm going to have this machined part so that I can make sure that everything is going to be drilling down straight. So I'll have it in the mill, something like this, and then I can go down through my guide, and then that's going to put my hole in, and then I will drive a pin in. Now, after I have the pin in, I'm not going to have the pin perfectly placed when I machine it in, because I want to make sure that I get exactly what I want as far as pin height. And I want to maximize as far as being able to put a pin in and get the maximum height without any interference on this Teflon. I have one right here. I don't have the bronze in it, but this Teflon. So I have these dowel pins, hardened steel, all that good stuff. Now I was drilling in this, trying to get, finding out exactly what drill size to use so I get a good tight fit. And so I was playing around with that. And then on this side, you can see how I put in, and I'm trying to get the right depth of what I want. And so I've come up with this depth here. Now, you have this style where it has a slight chamfer on it to put it into the hole, but on the top it has a slight dome. I don't want a dome. I want the maximum flatness across this, because seriously, it's going to be 1.4 millimeters. That's going to be about it on this. I think I'm probably going to go 1.3, something like that. But what I'm going to do is, when this is on, and it looks almost flush, doesn't it? But it's slight dome on it. I'll be able then to grind this to the right height that I want. And I'm going to use one of the old ones that the Teflon's missing. So I'll be able to grind it down to the steel section here, so it'll have a real good grip and it'll be flat across, so I get the maximum grip onto this. All right, well, let's go to the next step. Okay, so here's the setup, and let me just zoom in here. So I already have located the drill. It's at the aluminum right now, and I have the mill set up with a stop on it, so it only goes down to the point I want it to. So anyway, that's how it's looking, and I'm just going to turn it on. I don't have the setup here to stabilize the camera any more than it is, which is not very good. And then I'll just show you what happens afterwards. Okay, everything I think is going to work out well, and I'll take it out and we'll put a pin in and see if I did okay. All right, that's what it is after pressing, and this is with a new washer with the Teflon and the bronze coating in between. So that's what I have. I'm going to be putting on a old washer that is shot, but I'm going to then take this down and take that small dome off, and that'll make it nice and flat, and it'll be at the steel surface, so there'll be plenty of clearance as it wears. Well, this would be a setup that I would use then to cut the top nice and flat on that dowel pin. But since I have my milling machine all set up to do this operation, I'm going to go ahead and put in the 4 dowel pins in both of them before I touch this machine. So anyway, we'll see this operation a little bit later. Let's wrap her up here for the time being. So we've located this dowel pin, and the dowel pin now is 30% deeper, 10% in diameter more, so it is a stable and a little bit stronger. And we did the bushing. Everything fits really well, so I'm very happy with it. Let's take a look at what we replaced. And you can see that, of course, the Teflon's missing. Some bronze is still there, but it's pretty beat up. And just take a look at the hole, though. You see the hole, it's oblong. So this baby's been in here and playing around with that, and then it's just grenaded. So please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.